What pisses me off about the Glock P80? Ooh, man. Redneck Mini 14 here, and I try not to make too many videos like this, but sometimes I just feel the need to. And thank you all for clicking on the clickbait title, because what pisses me off about the Glock P80? Well, absolutely nothing. At least not about the gun itself, per se. It is actually more or less about the supply and demand issue that I had with this gun, and I wouldn't even really call it supply and demand. So let me tell you a story. If you didn't know, the Glock P80 is a Lipsy's distributor exclusive Glock 17, essentially, made to look like a first generation Glock 17, or the P80, which was the Austrian military designation for what we know as the Glock 17. And as you can see, this is basically, looks-wise anyway, a first generation Glock. So what's the deal with it? Well, this gun, at least as far as I know, it came out public all over YouTube, all over Facebook on September 1st, 2020. That was the first day I ever heard of this gun, and I'm sure, all the YouTube guys, the big media guys, they knew about this well in advance, and they had it in their queue to post videos for the day that it actually came out. But for a lot of people, like myself, we did not hear about this particular gun until September 1st. And that is the day that I heard about it. I heard about it on Glock's Facebook page. I heard about it on YouTube and, Instagram. Very first day I ever heard about this gun was September 1st. And I saw it. I saw a few videos on it, and I had to have it because I love old school military police full-size 9mm pistols. I love the Rugers and the Smith & Wessons and the Berettas and the CZs and the Brownings. I love all those guns. And the Glock 17, especially the original Glock 17, does fall in that category, even though it is a polymer framed gun. It's one of the very few polymer framed guns that I actually like. So when I first saw this gun, I had to have it, and I was a little concerned about how much it was going to cost, but according to all the videos, it was going to cost about the same as a brand new Gen 5 Glock. And I thought that was awesome, because brand new Gen 5 Glocks, they're not that expensive. I mean, they were a little more expensive at the time because it was 2020, and you had coronavirus and all these other things happening that was affecting price, supply and demand. But the thing about the Glock P80 was, at the time, I believe anyway, they had 10,000 guns already produced. They already had these guns produced and built and shipped out to distributors. Or at least that's what they said on all the YouTube channels that I saw these guns being advertised on. They said, first run is 10,000, probably do another 10,000 run, and the first 10,000 were already being shipped to distributors. So okay, so day one, I requested my local gun shop to order me one. They said it was going to be on back order for a while, well, they just said it was on back order. They didn't say for how long, but, the gun was on back order, which is understandable because it is brand new to the market, probably hasn't even hit the distributors yet, even though they said it was shipping to distributors. So their distributor did not have any in stock to ship out right away. So I said, okay, I'll put it on back order, and whenever it comes in, I'll come in and I'll buy it, and, that'll be that. And I've put guns on back order even during the coronavirus pandemic, previously. And, it took, a few weeks to come in. This is, of course, early on in the pandemic. But, it didn't take that long. And so I didn't think, especially since they already said that they had 10,000 of these things made and being shipped to distributors. They said that, at least that's what I got from the videos. They said that 10,000 of these were already being shipped and sold to distributors. And so I figured, a couple weeks, 2-3 weeks maybe, it'll show up. 6 months go by, 6, maybe 7 months, and nothing. I keep asking about it, and here's the thing. My gun shop, which is Heartland Guns and Ammo, they're in Wentzville. If you're in Missouri and you're in the St. Charles or Lincoln County or St. Louis County, if you're in this area, go check out Heartland Guns and Ammo in Wentzville because they are fantastic. They're just a small gun shop, family owned. They ask very fair prices based off of what they get charged, not based off of what the supply and demand, aka price gougers, like some of the other gun shops in the area. I can compare prices and I can tell a major difference between Heartland Guns and Ammo and other gun shops in the area. Not going to name any other names, but if you want a gun, go check out Heartland Guns and Ammo in Wentzville. Anyway, that is a gun shop that I ordered it through. And first and foremost, when I ordered it, I asked, how much was it going to be? And to be honest with you, I can't remember how much they said it was going to be, but I want to say it was like $559 or $569, a very reasonable price. Even for the time, $559, $569, whatever it was a very reasonable price. It wasn't, with tax and everything, it wasn't much more than $600, if I remember right. So they were asking a fair price. But if you go on Gunbroker or if you went to any other, gun shop in the area, they wanted like $1,000 for theirs. $1,000 for a gun that MSRP is for like $6 something, and what a reasonable, fair-priced gun shop asked for, we'll just say $559. $1,000, that's a lot. And come to find out that other gun shops in the area, again, not going to name names, but at least one other gun shop in the area was getting these guns in fairly regularly. And instead of throwing them on their shelves, they were throwing them on Gunbroker, asking $800, $900, $1,000 for these guns that are supposed to be being sold for $6 something. And I know everybody says, well, that's supply and demand, but they already had 10,000 made. The supply was there. Yes, the demand is high, but if the demand is so high, why does my gun shop not get the one that they ordered, but another gun shop keeps getting them in on a regular basis and are able to just sell them on Gunbroker for $1,000? I think that is ridiculous. So, in the end, what I ended up doing was I canceled my order with Heartland, and I'm sad to say that I had to, but I canceled it because I was tired of waiting, and I actually found a fairly reasonable priced P80, which is this one, on Gunbroker. It was a little bit more, but they had a layaway plan, and because of that layaway plan, I was able to buy it, take a month or two and buy it, as opposed to trying to buy it outright, because I had enough money to buy it outright from Heartland, but not enough money on hand to buy it outright from anybody else because everybody else was charging more. But this one wasn't actually too bad, and the layaway plan was, I think, for 90 days. I only think I needed like not even 60 days. I think I only spent like 35, 40 days paying this gun off, so not too bad. And for the price, it wasn't a bad price. It wasn't a great price, but it wasn't a terrible price. It was way less than $1,000 that I would have paid to get from somebody else. So all in all, Glock P80, great gun, but man, did it suck trying to get this gun. I mean, it's what, June now? I first inquired about this gun on September 1st, and I didn't even get the gun that I actually ordered. I got a different gun from somewhere else. And it's a real shame that I wasn't able to spend my money with the company that I wanted to, because they just couldn't get the gun. But other people who charged more ridiculous prices were able to get the gun. Why? Because their bank accounts are bigger, I guess. I don't know. But anyway, I rest my case. So anyway, that is the Glock P80. I will do a more formal review of this gun. Haven't done that yet, but it is an awesome gun, and I'll compare this to my second gen Glock, and just do a few different videos with this. I love this gun, and I don't ever plan on selling this gun. It's going to go in my collection, and it's going to stay there for a very, very long time, assuming guns aren't outlawed by the current administration. Anyway, subscribe to my channel, like me on Facebook. I'm RedneckMini14, and until next time, be safe.